I can't believe I've made 3 lives in 1 hour. I hope YouTube doesn't start sharing my notifications because they're real good at that. Oh, maybe Joy will come back and get her reading. It's a good girl. Hey Chan, how are you, dear? Is this thing working? Sorry, I'm having a difficult time with this phone. I hate phones. I hate phones. I hate phones. Oh, damn phone. It's actually not the phone. It's actually the thing I have to put the phone on so it will so that it will be able to, it's like I got this thing, it holds the phone in place. I don't know what the fuck it's called. Pardon my French. But to open the thing to put the phone in and move the thing, it's like you gotta have muscles. I mean, real muscles. Like, I got muscles, okay, but this thing is really difficult for me to use. I need to just get a new one, even though this was a new one. Hey, Black Storm. Hopefully Joy will come by again. I don't know what happened to Joy. They haven't come back yet. They did donate $10 to a super chat. Am I still here? Hey Joy, welcome back. Can you see me? Can you hear me? I keep having this problem tonight. First it was the Wi-Fi. Now it's the cellular data. Okay, what was your question, dear? I don't remember it. Loud and clear. Thanks, Rob. But yeah, don't be embarrassed, Rob. You're only human. You know, of flesh and blood were made. I mean, these are things that are normal that happen to us, you know? Sometimes you just gotta take the trash out. What are Cancer's future actions towards you? Hey Danielle, how are you, sweetheart? Welcome back. So you want to know what this person's future actions towards you are. So I'm not going to ask that question. I don't like the word Cancer. In fact, if Cancer is used around here, I really prefer people to say the zodiac sign Cancer. because that word really triggers me. Cancer. So I'm just going to ask, what does this person on your mind need to know? I don't need to know their name. I don't need to know their birth date. Spirit already knows who you are and who the person is. It wouldn't matter if they were a Cancer, a Scorpio, a Virgo. Or their Chinese zodiac was a horse. What matters is, once again, this question. And I wonder also, I want you to let me know, Joy, do you think that they're a bucket crab or a beach crab? Funny, I asked that question and I get the blue lobster, which represents the Scorpio, on a beach. So maybe this person is not so much the bucket crab that we see in some Cancers. Maybe they are really full of a lot of joy, yet mystery. Spirit, what does Joy... Well, and I just said Joy, and that's your name. That's actually my nickname. My dad calls me Joy. He's not calling me Kid or Cleopatra. He's calling me Joy. Let's see. Future actions. So I also, if you want to get something about your future, you're going to have to really get a past, present, future reading. I only stay in the now. So let's just see what this person's intentions are for you right now and the not too distant future. Because if I put you in the frame of mind of the future's not here. Okay? The future hasn't happened yet. And I feel like that's really going to misguide you and make you think that you are only going to get it in the future. Because it's happening right now. It is happening right now. Whether you believe it or not, it's happening right now. And that is definitely something that you need to start understanding, believing, feeling out for yourself, okay? Yeah, let's do right now, because this is your future. This is the future person that you would like to be with, but you're already there with them, you know? So let's stay in the now and see what you do need to know about, like, the not too distant future. Like, what does the next week look like, or the next couple days, or even the next, you know, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. Let's see what Spirit needs you to know. Yeah, please read the description. Please read the title. No free readings, no super chats tonight. If you want to get a reading, you pay cash. CashApp, Venmo, PayPal. Not accepting anything else. I'm starving. I have $3 in the bank, okay? I come here every day. I give you all free readings. And I give you very cheap readings. You can afford, somebody out there can afford $6, $5, $1 if they want to get a yes or no question. That's what it is for a yes or no question. $1. It's not asking too much, is it? Okay, I'm putting out all your cards, Joy. Spirit, I'm calling forth Joy's most strongest and trusted spirit guides. What does she need to know about this person's intentions? What does she need to know about this person and how they're feeling about her? What's happening with them? And are they going to come towards her? What is the most important thing that Joy needs to know right now about this person on her mind whose astrological sign is that of a Cancer? And I'll stop doing freeze until people actually start paying cash. So I'll stop doing freeze and I'll completely cut off super chats. So this just happens sometimes, you guys, during the beginning of the months, depending on if I'm doing okay or not. I had to pay $200 to the hospital to do my dad's biopsy, so that really fucked me over this month financially. Can't pay my health insurance. Can't pay several bills, but it's okay. At least I have some, like, you know, it'll give you some time to pay bills. So I just can't really offer up anything for free right now. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm too exhausted right now. Joy, you have a lot of transformative cards behind the death card in this situation. It's almost as if this person wants their intentions in regards to you and your connection with them. It's like they want the transformation in regards to the distance, in regards to maybe what you both can heal, maybe what you both can do, maybe what you both can bring together regarding joy and moving forward in your connection. This person's intentions are, it's not over here in the death card, but it is some kind of transformative healing, happiness, and joy to move forward with. Even at the end of the day, if it's just friendship, that's a magical friendship, that's a helpful friendship, that's the kind of friendship that gives you, you know, something that's an extra added bonus to your life. All right? Their intentions with this magician is not to be a trickster in any way. But they just want to experience this kind of magic with a whole lot of people. Rob, thank you so much for your donation. That was very kind and generous of you. I'm definitely going to go buy some food tomorrow. I really appreciate that. But once again, Joy, like I told Rob in his reading earlier, what do you want this person's intentions to be for you? What are you telling yourself about how they feel? About what their intentions might be for you? What are you telling yourself about you both? And the connection you want, the love story you want? You're right, I'm not mean when I'm hungry. I am not mean when I'm hungry, you're right. I'm not mean. Neither is the dog. But I've got some treats and some dog food for them. They do have food. And I've had beans, so I can't complain. You know, it's not my favorite card either, Metal Rain. But at the end of the day, there's something about this person's intentions. They feel that you can heal them, or they can heal you, or you can heal each other through your connection and your friendship. Let's see what else you need to know. I'm going to pull out some Golden Girl cards because there's some minor arcana in there for advice. Funny, you just end up getting another major arcana. Are you feeling a little bit like... Are you feeling a little bit that they're afraid or don't have the courage to show up to you in the way you'd like them to, or vice versa? Because Spirit is saying in the Strength card, this is actually Sophia from the Golden Girls, and then you've got Rose from the Golden Girls as well. Two people who are best friends. You can see that Rose is on, her head is, you know, her head is in the clouds, but it's upside down. It's like, it's almost as if Spirit's saying, find the courage and the strength in yourself to understand that you can have, be, and do what you want. You can set the intentions that you want for this person to have in regards to you. Okay, this person doesn't write your love story, your last story. Okay, they're just an extra added bonus to enjoy. And you should be enjoying whatever it is that you do have. Because the future, basically, is that this person wants to move on. They want to experience something magical and joyful with you. But you got to be kind and gentle, patient. You see the Two of Cups? That's very much of... Those are two very loving cups, just like the Two of Cups, which is a card about true love. And that's what I was trying to tell you too, Rob, is that love is all around you in that Temperance card. And true love will be yours. But what does true love look like to y'all? And you've got the Star card again, Joy. The Star card can be about the distance between two people, but it can also feel like, you know, something that you want with them, something that you want to share with them. Well, yeah, I mean, you got that Temperance card too. You got some of the same cards as well, like she did. But when it comes to the star card, okay, so this is Blanche Devereaux from the Golden Girls. She's from Georgia, just like me, from Atlanta. This is a person who, you know, she kept herself, her self-care, her self-love, the way she loved, all right, the way that she thought about herself, like, what are you talking about? Everybody loves me. You know, and she had such an experience in her life where she was fulfilled in every part of it because, why? She was good to herself with her thoughts. Maybe she was stuck-up little rich girl from Atlanta, Georgia, and that's the way they portrayed it. But at the same time, you have to understand, she was still good to her thoughts, even in her lowest times of her life, even after she lost her husband. And, you know, I think that what the star cards are trying to tell you, the strength card, I feel like they're trying to tell you, look, you might not think it's a new beginning with this person, but it really is a new beginning coming for you in the not too distant future. This person might also be feeling that what they'd like with you is a little bit way out of their league, like as if it's intangible. But Spirit is saying it's not intangible. Let me get some advice from you from the Liminal Space deck. I'm not really sure who you're talking to, Danielle. What are you talking about, sweetheart? What are you talking about? I don't think you've offended anyone here. So until all are free, none are free, and water has memory. So I feel like what Spirit is telling you in these messages here, none are free until all are free, none are free. Yeah. So you feel like he's out of reach. He feels like you're out of reach too. You're both feeling that about each other. Yeah, I'm so glad you logged in, Danielle. I don't usually have days like this. Okay, it's not every day you have to pay $200 for your dad to have a biopsy, okay? And then it leaves you broke. I haven't had to do this in a really long time, in fact. Right, Molly? I've been pretty straight financially until the biopsy. So remember, YouTube titles for videos are there for you to read and descriptions for a reason. But it's really no worries, Danielle. Is this going to be the only marriage you're in? If that's what you want. If you're not happy with the person you're married to, marry someone else. Because you'll regret it if you don't. All right? And that'll be the biggest star in your life. Is he seeing someone like there's some type of connection and I've kissed and it was magnetic? Okay, so let me just explain these two cards to you. So until all are free, none are free. This is once again about your thoughts and your feelings about it. Is there someone else? Come on. If you live by that circumstance, is there someone else? How can you live in the light and the joy of the fact that he only has eyes for you? He only loves, cherishes, and adores you. He only has time for you. What? So you got to let go of those. You got to let go of those thoughts and fears, and you need to start thinking about memories. Memories have water. Water have memories. You know, the way that a snowflake, each snowflake is individually unique unto itself. So are your thoughts, so are your feelings, and so are your memories. And I feel like, you know, very much we are made of water. You know, and while we are living water beings and 90% made up of water, just like most, you know, the snowflakes are mostly made up of water, if not all water. You know, snowflakes aren't living and you are. So you got a lot of living to do. But you absolutely have to turn your back on thoughts like, is there a third party? I wish he would tell me. Is he seeing someone else? Because that's when you just need to ask the person yourself. Will I ask the question? Yes, I will. Because it's not really like a cheating question or anything like that. But this makes so much sense to me, this right here. Hold on, sweetheart. This makes so much sense to me right here with the Strength card showing up again, with the reversed Page of Cups and the Star as the clarification, with Rose and Blanche and Sophia and the Lion. You've got to find that courage and that strength to turn that new beginning around by asking, hey, is there someone special in your life? Are you seeing someone special? Because you're special to me, and I want to be in your life and share my life with you, even if we're just friends. Okay? I think one of the saddest things for me to experience as a human being is people who don't want to be friends. You know, they're like, oh, I got friend zoned. So what? Just enjoy what you got. Just enjoy what you're feeling. And Spirit's literally telling you to find the courage to ask them. Because, see, if you sit around and you wait around, you know, and you just keep asking tarot cards, questions like that, instead of serious questions like, what do I need to know right now, Spirit? What's the best advice you can give me to move on? And, you know, what happens is you start going around from tarot card to tarot card to tarot card reader, and you start, you know, not knowing what the fuck is going on, because you're allowing multiple people to put the fortune telling into your life and constantly second guessing your feelings and your thoughts and emotions on it, to the point where you don't even have the courage to ask the person, you know, hey, do you value me? You want to be friends? Because a lot of people don't want to be friends. In fact, I think more people are getting together and hooking up and getting in toxic relationships because you're not putting down that foundation of love and trust as friends first. You know, or they're not becoming really good friends as they become lovers, boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, that kind of thing. You see what I'm saying? And then they break up and they hate each other because they were never friends to begin with. Like that. Like, it's so not cool to be friends or something now. What are you whining about? Come here, baby. Why are you now running away from me? Oh, you want to play? You want to play? Come here. It's like this dog. You think that if I stopped feeding this dog and treated it really bad, that it would stay with me? No, it would run away. Okay, it would run away and find someone else to nurture it, love it, feed it, care for it. And instead of running away to find someone else to hold her right now, she's literally asking me to hold her. And she probably wants a cookie too. So you got to be brave like the puppy, okay? And just ask. Just ask this person. Joy. There is hope. There's always hope. But hope floats and faith flies. So let that hope turn into some kind of faith. And you'll see. You'll see. It'll work out. And it might not work out the way that you want it to, but the universe will work it out in the most perfect way, that most perfect way for you that you could probably never imagine. Because, see, your beautiful creator, whatever it is, even if it's just the dirt outside, literally creates miracles, okay, that we cannot create by ourselves with us. Okay, creates things on this planet, in this universe, that are like the 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 wonders of the world that we can't create, okay? But we can create with it. And it starts with our thoughts and our feelings. Just sit down and talk to your creator, whatever you believe your creator is, even if it's just the dirt outside, as if it's your best friend, Joy, and talk to it about what's going on with this person. You too, Rob. Just try it. Just try it once. And let me know how it works out for you. I'm curious. I mean, I'm just talking from experience. I'm just talking from experience. And it's funny because, like, having agoraphobia, PTSD, anxiety, things like that, I've dealt with this for years. And to not to have to be on any, like, medication for it. After so many years of having to be on Xanax for it, and having to be on, constant, like, my doctor constantly watching out for me because I was doing you know, drugs like that he gave me, it was very stressful. And I didn't want to stay on Xanax for the rest of my life. I didn't want to have to keep taking a pill, you know, to help me be sane. So I weaned myself off of it, and I found myself a good mentor. Okay, and I got myself a tarot deck, you know, and I only went to tarot card readers that made me feel safe. And there's only 1 or 2 tarot card readers that I'll go to. You know, because if I need to know something, I'll just ask the cards, which helped me a lot with not second guessing myself. And helping me really understand that, well, wow, we're all psychic. We can all do this. Literally, our 6th sense is that knowing, that inner compass, that thing that's like, am I sensing something around me, or someone in the room with me, but I can't see them, or some, you know, or you feel the presence of, you know, whatever you're feeling. We are really taught to, we are heavily suppressed and taught to not believe in these kind of things, honestly. When it comes to, like, you know, money, psychic, money, making money, being psychic, finding love, finding comfort. You know what I mean? It is. It's just what it is. Yeah. And it is what it is. Yeah. And it's really important to deal with that anxiety. And one of the best ways to deal with the anxiety is to take notice of, like, what is it that does set you off? Is it oncoming anxiety that you know about? Or is it oncoming anxiety you don't know about? And which one is more and which one is less? Which one is it? Which one is it not? Because oncoming anxiety that I don't know about yet, it's a lot easier for me to adapt and deal with it. But anxiety I already know about it, like things that are, like, I already know about that give me anxiety, like, I have to, you know, I have to deal with it right then and there. You know, because my heart rate will start going up and I'll start freaking out. And yeah, you can do a yes or no, Rob, sure. So you said that thing, Rob, about I learned the future the hard way. All we have is now, yeah. Cost me someone I really cared about, and I should have just went with the flow. Yeah, like, for instance, Rob, there's somebody I really cared about. I still care about this person, and it's funny because his name was Rob. And I was so in love with him for years. And we were really, you know, we were really good at communicating, talking. When we see each other, it was pretty good and positive. You know, there was no intimacy or anything, like, no, like, sexual intimacy or anything like that, but just a mutual respect, musicianship as well. There are several art projects I've done that have probably been inspired by them as well, vice versa. Things like that, just music business stuff. And this person's partner tried to literally kill me. And I hid it from him for years. And I feel like I lost this person's friendship because I didn't have the courage in me to say, hey, you know, this is what's going on. I lost my 40 inches of virgin hair. I lost my eyelashes. I lost my eyebrows. And they didn't grow back for 2 years. So it was a fucking nightmare to try to be somebody who was trying to find work in music, work in acting, things like that. I had no hair. I'm fat. I'm ugly. I have no eyebrows. I have no eyelashes. And it really ruined my self-concept for a very long time. Oh, that's interesting, Joy, because this person was a Capricorn. You know, finally, after, you know, and he even asked me face to face, like, what happened to your beautiful long princess hair? And I did not have the guts to tell him. You know, how do you tell someone that you love, cherish, and adore that someone they love, cherish, and adore tried to kill you for no reason? So I just wasn't able to do it for years. And I regret doing it because had I told him right then and there when he asked, you know, maybe he would have taken a step back to really look at the person he was about to marry. Okay, there are like 10 owls outside my window. It's hilarious. You can open the door and hear them maybe. But yeah, so I didn't want to mess up their marriage or their partnership or their relationship because they'd been friends all their lives. You know, it's just not the kind of girl I am. But I feel like I ended up losing my friendship because I didn't tell him the truth about her in the beginning. I feel like I messed up my future by not telling him the truth in the now. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people were like, oh, you should have, you're Gemini. You know, you're nuts, yeah. Yes, you are. But Gemini men are nuts in a good way. I've never had too many problems with Gemini men. My roommate's a Gemini. He's pretty laid back, nice and easy. But I know that him and his girlfriend, their dynamic is definitely different because they're both Geminis. So when she's over here, it's like there's 4 of them instead of 2 of them. And it can be quite nuts. Can you hear the owls? I'm going to turn the volume up. Maybe you'll be able to hear the owls. You're Leo. Oh, I just love Leo. My best friend, Molly, is a Leo. My best friend, Nikki's a Leo. Those Leo Virgonians, they're so sweet. Like, you know, they'll cuddle you and lick your wounds clean. Hey, Bulent. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. But like you said about, that was a very wise thing that you said about your future, and you learned about the future in the hard way, and it's important to stay in the now. So it took me 10 years to tell Robert about his wife putting magic shave powder in my hair. Many people were like, why don't you just tell him in a post on Instagram or Facebook? That's just not the kind of person I am. If I have something important to tell someone, I'm not going to write you a text message. I'm not going to put it in a comment. I'm not going to post something on my walls, on my social media. I'm going to actually write you a letter or call you on the phone. Because that's just how private of a person I am. Stop it. You're going to scare the owls. Okay, and we're their guests, not the other way around. Stop it. Stop, mommy doggy. So, I am proud of myself, though, because before... God, they sound so cute. Don't they sound cute? So I finally am proud of myself, though, because I finally did tell him. Like, I wanted to tell him face-to-face, Rob. I wanted to tell him face-to-face, Joy. I really wanted to tell him face-to-face because I felt that he deserved that and it would be more genuine. But I couldn't stand it anymore. And... Come here. Stop. Stop. They're barking because there's like 10 owls outside there. Well, now they're barking because you're in here, but... Stop it. It's just Grandpa.
Why you got the door open?
Because I was listening to the owls and now the dogs are going crazy because there's like... No, could you just leave the door open? Stop. Okay, you want some cookies? Stop. Okay, you're going to close it anyways? All right, I'll just open it up again in a minute. I'm sorry. What I was trying to say is I'm proud of myself because I did finally tell him. I wish I had told him sooner.
Panda ninja. Are you talking to somebody?
Yeah, I'm trying to finish the live up before I go back to couch rotting.
Come in, ninja. Kind of a chill over here because I got on my bed.
You're in your pajamas. It is chilly.
Okay.
Because it's like 50 degrees outside. Did the owl scare my little babies? Huh? I got no problem being honest. I'm a real blunt person. I'll straight up say what I need to say. And it wasn't that I had a problem being real, being honest. It was, once again, how do you tell someone you love, cherish, and adore? That somebody they love, cherish, and adore, And look, Joy, you just tell this person what you need to know, and they'll tell you. That way you're not wasting another 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years wondering, okay? Okay, I'll go get your cookies so that you can feel more comfortable. I'll be right back. Dog. Here's your cookies. Not that you're gonna get one. Oh, you gonna dance for us? Gonna dance for us. That is very cute. You just might get a cookie. You gonna twirl? Who's gonna twirl for a cookie? You gonna twirl? Well, that's dance, but okay. Here, both of you have a cookie. Rooney, you want a cookie, baby? Here, sweetheart. See, there's another limiting belief and circumstance, Rob. It's like I'm blocked from that part of my life. You're not. I promise you. It's just what you're telling yourself about it. There's so many toxic people, once again, the poison people, and they overwhelm us because there's not enough people that nurture us. We don't all want to hang out with the Count Scott Draculas that we see in our everyday lives, getting gas or picking up food or, you know what I mean? Like, definitely right there, Rob. It's like I'm blocked from that part of life. I told myself that about love for a really long time, okay? Now I'm going to stop lying to myself about it. And I tell myself something different that serves me in my strict mental diet. Even if it's not happening and I can't see it. Seeing isn't always believing. You're not blocked from that part of your life. God, the owls are so cute. I've had some of these owls since they were little babies because I have a bird garden out there. So strict mental diet is like, you don't react to what you don't like. you don't react too much to what you do like. You sit with your feelings and emotions to understand them more deeply instead of being impulsive to run to food or liquor or drugs or cigarettes or sex to overcome whatever anxiety or fear or limiting belief or whatever shit you're trying to cope with in regards to just sitting with that kind of stuff. You self-sabotage a lot through guilt. Yeah, and that's normal. That's something, once again, that's ingrained in us as human beings. So we're only born, my mentor says we're only born with two fears: loud noises and being dropped. I mean, like, innately, naturally. I was born mostly deaf, so I wasn't too afraid of loud noises. But man, I actually remember being a baby and being afraid to be dropped. Come here, baby. Where are you trying to go? Okay. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Can you hear the owls? I'm gonna put the window up. Oh my god, they sound like cats. Stop it! Cookies! No! Gypsy. Stop it. Nobody wants to hear you barking at 1 o'clock in the morning. I know I don't. I know the owls don't either. Yeah, guilty of self-sabotage. It's like, I think we all do that to ourselves. Yep, fully love yourself first, Rob. All of you, fully love yourself first, because if you don't, no one else will. I mean, unless it's like your mama or something, if you have a mama. No. They sound like apes outside my window, to be honest. I should probably go to bed too. I think I've had about 3 hours of sleep today. Stay or go, yes or no? Should I stay or should I go? You should stay. What do owls have to say? That owls are aliens. So it was a yes in the world card. Sure. What is your yes or no question, Joy? Oh, so that was the world card, Rob. Yeah, owls are aliens. They sound so cute out there. Birds aren't real. Spirit, will this person ask Joy out on a date or out for coffee or anything? Spirit says yeah. Spirit says it's very possible. You got the Hanged Man as the energy behind that Justice card. It's almost like they're waiting around for you to ask them, or waiting around for the right time that feels right to ask. But you really should ask. Either ask them out or ask them about, if they have a partner or somebody that they're seeing. Stop it, Ruby. But take your time. Like, don't do anything that triggers you as well. That's a definite part of the strict mental diet. Like, don't do anything that triggers you. Don't say anything that triggers you. Only reach out if it feels good to reach out to the person and it brings you joy. Don't worry about the outcome. Just expect what's good coming to you. Don't even worry about how it's going to come to you, because, you know, the universe creates for you in a way where it's all about, like, it's kind of like you are what you eat. And I'm seriously just talking from experience. You can ask Molly, like, I wasn't too sure about this stuff either when I first started getting into the whole strict mental diet thing. And I'm not always on a strict mental diet. I mean, Saturday, my best friend said something to me that made me cry for 3 hours. It wasn't even, like, terrible. It was like, I'm going to be 40 in 3 years. Like, she's going to be 40 in 3 years, right? And I'm just like, yeah, okay, yeah, all right. I understand that that might be a little bit strange for you, but look, you know, you've traveled the world, you've lived in a Tudor castle, you've gotten married, you've gotten divorced, you've had 2 beautiful kids, you've gotten recommitted to somebody that treats you like a queen. You better turn 40 or I'm going to cry. You know, one of my best friends, she didn't even make it to 35. She died. She's one of the first women in New England to die of COVID. But excuse my French. Yeah, I think that we're all going to be working on ourselves every single day of our lives. I cried for 3 hours because she was like all bummed out about turning 40 in 3 years. I'm thinking to myself, Jesus Christ, you know, I'll be getting there soon. Not as soon as her, though. You know, and then I realized that, like, I've had very many wholesome, happy, joyful relationships that were not dating, they were not sex, they were not anything, they were not romantic. They were friendships, which have, you know, really fulfilled my life with a lot of joy. So don't be afraid to become friends with people too, even if they have a partner. We all need to talk. We all need to be friends, and everybody needs more kindness and joy in their life, for sure. Well, yeah, and the thing is that I think age is just, once again, a reminder of, you know, it's just a chronological way of keeping track of how long you've been on this earth. You know what's really interesting to me, Joy and Rob, is that I'll go around to these gurus on YouTube who talk about law of attraction, law of assumption, law of expectation, laws of the universe, and how to manifest what you want, blah, 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 blah. And it's all these people who are like, yes, I have faith that blah, blah, blah is going to come to me. I claim this. Or you hear their pathetic bullshit story about their life because they've written a page, which is not bad, but still it can be sad, right? Or you'll go to some of these pages and see a lot of people complaining about dating or it not working, or there being something, you know, wrong with whatever the guru that's talking about these things are, you know, sharing. Most of them are only sharing it through experience. So you get like this comment board of people who are toxic, they're positive, you know, they share their problems, they share their joys. You know, you'll even go over to some of these like these dating podcasts, like Pearl is one of them. I really like her podcast. It's not just about dating, but it is very much about dating and the world and relationships. And there's several of them like the Whatever podcast. And you'll go on these comments and you'll read these comments from these terribly unhappy people as well. And they just hate life, and they hate love, and they don't understand why they have it or they can't find it. But then, like, I'll actually go and read comments on older women, younger men, like videos about that in dating is interesting to me. And then younger women, older men. And I will tell you, it's interesting the difference between the comments between these different types of niches on YouTube. where now older women, younger men, you just see all these beautiful comments, not just from women, but men too. Oh, my partner's like 15, 10, 20, 30 years older than me, and I couldn't be happier with her. Women who are like, I'm 30, 40, 25, 18, 15, 10 years older than my partner. I couldn't be happier with them. You go over to the video about younger women, older men, and you still find you still will find some toxicity and unhappy people. And I just think it's interesting because you're 33 and she's saying that she's 14 years older than you. And I can kind of see something special between you two. I'm not saying romantically. I don't know. That's between you guys. And maybe if you guys find that somewhere someday, great. But, I can still see the connection between people, and a positive one at that. Hey, Lauren, how are you? So, I'm not saying that all, younger women, older men category is bad. I'm just telling you like what I'm saying about like what I'm seeing in comments. Even tarot pages, like I'll go and read tarot pages. I'll go and read tarot pages and oh, so you're 14 years older than my friend who's going to turn 40 in 3 years. Okay, I thought that you were saying that you were 14 years older than Rob, who is 33. Okay. But still, 54, 33, I mean, that could be amazing for two people who have a great connection and, are looking for the same thing. I've even been to the point, Joy, where I've been so lonely that I'll try to get into like a relationship with someone who's a friend, and it just, even if I'm not like very attracted to them in that way, trying to settle just for something so I won't be lonely, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. And I realized over the last 10 years, 10, 15 years of not really being attracted to anyone, or it's not that I don't have can't make a connection with people. It's that, I think that, it's important to be attracted to someone you want to spend the rest of your life with, or be at least attracted to them in a way that, help you keep that spark. But yeah, it's like really very interesting, the comment boards that I see between the different types of people that show up on YouTube, between tarot and the dating pages and the older men, younger women, older women, younger men kind of thing. And yeah. So it's like, I guess I cried for like 3 hours because, I'm living vicariously through my friends, and that's fine. But I hope to experience something good before it's over. And it really bothers me that I died in that car accident and came back, and I sometimes I'm like, why am I even here? What did they bring me back for? Because there's certain things I think we all want to experience in life, and we can get a little bit down about not experiencing them. Love, sex, happiness, joy, traveling, having experiences with other people. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I'll do what I have to experience amazing things with people that I feel amazing about, that also make me feel amazing about me. and our connection, you know? Because you can't just make a connection. It's just there. You just feel it. There's no second guessing it. Although some people will second guess it, like they'll come in and ask yes or no's, like, does so and so and I have a connection? Well, if you're feeling it, you know, and you probably do, and don't really need the cards to know, but I'll, you know, ask anyways to give some clarity to those people that need it. You know, some people need that extra little push, that little extra gentle push to understand that what they're thinking and feeling is very real and validate it. Because your thoughts and feelings are very real. Yeah, you just know when you know, and your gut and intuition tells you. And I think that in regards to me personally, like, because you know, I mean, I'm just not attracted to people, like, and if, you know, and I think the other day I cried about that because when I am attracted to someone, it usually doesn't work out. And I haven't been attracted to anybody in about 15 years. So being attracted to someone, it kind of just hurts me more than kind of makes me feel joyful, because I know that if nothing works out with that person, you know, it's going to be another long road of feeling lonely and being alone and not being attracted to anybody. You know, really enough to... It's really depressing. I'm going to go to bed and try not to cry myself to sleep. It is a weird roller coaster. Roller coaster of love. Is that what the Chili Peppers were singing about? Like, in their last record or something? I can't remember what record that was. I do love the Chili Peppers. I might have to go listen to them before bed. Yeah, you know when you know. You're right, Joy. Yeah, dying and coming back to this shit is very weird. But it has its perks. It definitely has its perks. Because it's like, it's almost like, well, we'll give you another chance. And not so much, you know, so that we can see what you do with it, but you can see what you do with it. To maybe experience things you've never experienced before to bring you joy. But it gets in this, I get in this vicious cycle where it's like I'm working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. And at the end of the day, there's like no one to talk to about my problems. And then it just builds up, you know. I think grief counselors and therapists need grief counselors and therapists too, but, you know, and I do have grief counselors I can go to. I can go to my mentor. I can go to my therapist. I've had the same therapist since I was 15. Or was I 14? Yeah, like there is definitely a purpose, and I feel like it was to understand myself more deeply and to find joy through helping others find their joy too. That really helps a lot. And it does make me question the whole why. And I've had horrible thoughts, like, you know, in the past that I don't have anymore, thankfully, like, you know, the whole, you know, wish I was dead still thing. But I've overcome that using that strict mental diet thing, you know. And I only say that because I was very close with my mother. And I don't know what hurt worse, like being in between time and space and knowing that I died and I could have been with her. And dying is the worst thing ever. You know, but it felt even like worse to think that, you know, I could have been there with her and I'm not because they sent me back. You know, so I think that's why I got the spirit box, because it was like, yeah, committed to memory, because it's like, it's kind of like, you know, I came back to this shit when I could, like, be in my mom's arms. Does that make sense? Like, I know it sounds really stupid, but, you know, come back to whatever the fucking is, which I'm not even going to go into it, but I've made the best of it. Like, I live in a haunted house in a creepy graveyard, and I'm doing pretty well for it. And I'm happy here. I'm comfortable here. And even though it's weird and creepy, I have found my peace. Yeah, I think a lot of us, whether we've had a near-death experience or a death coming back experience or even some kind of super, I feel like you're very right. I guess it feels kind of comforting to know that there are other people who have not died and come back, who've experienced it as well. Like, why am I here? You know, you're here because a million children were born before you, and, you know, took a million kids for you to be here. And now it's your turn to put one in the world. Or if not put one in the world, then make another one better than it already is, you know, and be there for it. Well, yeah, it's because he's not gone spiritually. Just his rental car is gone, honey. He's very much still alive and living vicariously through you. And you're going to hear his voice in a dream, or you're going to hear his voice, you know, maybe even when you're not dreaming, because now that you've heard the voice in the dream, you know, you may have thought it was a dream, but it really was there right next to you, and you perceived it as a dream because it was the only way consciously you could deal with that. Can have a normal relationship. You can't be out here having kids. You sound like my drummer. So my drummer John felt the same way for years, and didn't want to have any kids. Just, you know, really straight-laced guy. No drugs, no drinking, vegan, real healthy lifestyle. I mean, maybe every once in a while he'd smoke a joint and have a beer with me, but I mean, then finally one day I introduced him to a friend of mine who was like 15 years older than him, and, well, she was just the right kind of dominatrix. Right? They have a beautiful son now, and they both felt like they didn't ever want to have kids, or they couldn't be in a normal or happy relationship. But their relationship did go sour, but he was able to get into another relationship that was a lot more healthier, happier, and harmonious. Your ex-fiance was 10 years older. So she didn't want more kids, or you didn't want more kids? See, I have a friend who recently broke up with his girlfriend because she wants kids and he doesn't. He just wants to focus on his grandson. Yeah, and he's in his early 40s. He started young, and the baby was born in his the grandson was born in his 30s. So but he met this wonderful girl, and they broke up because she wants to have a baby and he doesn't. And I was just like, oh, fuck. It was really disturbing to me. I mean, I can understand how he feels. You know, he's got some issues himself. You know, he's overcome alcoholism and drugs and everything like that, and probably doesn't want to have any more children with somebody who's like that as well, because, you know, genetically he's afraid that he's going to create some kind of monster, which is probably not even true. He's probably just got a lot of limiting beliefs and circumstances. I mean, I bet if he met the right girl, he'd probably have another child, but you just never know what the universe has in store for you. Yeah, we all have issues, in my opinion, yeah. And all we can do is just talk about them and see each other through it. That's about it. I go for a lot of walks to clear my mind, yeah. I listen to a lot of crystal sound bowls and different sound waves and different meditations, hypnotic meditations. I'll even listen to subliminals when I'm sleeping, but I'll vet the subliminal first. Like I'll listen to the subliminal first just to make sure that, you know, while I'm awake, just to make sure that it's not programming anything in my head that I don't want programmed. Like I was doing one quit smoking subliminal hypnotic meditation, and I was vetting it first, listening to it, and there was one that was like, and I will not eat. And I was like, no. I will not eat, no. Because even though it was trying to say in the subliminal, I will not eat just because I can't smoke a cigarette. Like I will not eat, you know, I will not feel hunger pangs and try to smoke. Like I didn't want that. I don't want it. Like I already have an emotional eating disorder. I don't know what something like that will do to me with the subliminal. But if I'm having like an issue with, so I finally did find a quit smoking hypnosis that works, but I had to buy it on Amazon. And then I had to learn that you have to do the hypnosis when you're having the trigger. So like when I get stressed out and I want to smoke, I would run to the I would like run to the CD because I'm having the trigger, and then do the meditation, the hypnosis, and it would help. But if I'm having some random issue in my head that day, I'll start looking for a subliminal or hypnotic meditation on YouTube, so I can go to bed with it at nighttime. And another thing that YouTube has is they have like not just beta wave sounds and hertzes like Schumann resonance and, you know, hypnotic meditations to help you with money, love, self-concept, and life, but they also have like nature sounds, and one of my favorite channels is called Cozy Times, and it has like a bunch of environments with like crackling roaring fires and thunderstorms and a really cozy nighttime environment. And I'll put that on in the background with the subliminals and the crystal singing bowls from the channel. I think it's called the Sound Resonance. I think he's in Spain. But he'll do like 12-hour sessions, 8 to 10 to 12-hour sessions of crystal singing bowls live on YouTube every night, which I guess is daytime for him, but I don't know how he does it really. But that helps a lot. So if you start getting afraid, freaked out, you don't know where you're going, you need some help, just look up some of those, just look up a subliminal, like about money, life, fear, self-concept. I like Dylan James. His channel's really good for subliminals. I used his self-concept subliminals for months to help me with my self-concept because it was so poor. Like the only relationship I ever got in, like when the guy left, he was like, you have nothing to offer anybody. So he left with the neighbor's wife who was a meth head. And I was like, okay. And that really fucked up my self-concept. Hey, private name, what are you doing, honey? How are you? Yeah, bilateral music is good. We're just talking about love, life, relationships, you know, and then there's sex. Then there's sex. And I'm just so tired of seeing people give away their bodies to people who just don't even give a fuck about them. I've grief counseled a lot of them. It's sad and pathetic. Let's see what this message was held for review. Sex matters. Yeah, it does. And I hope that people understand that whether you're a virgin or not, you can really meet yourself deeply, sexually, personally, with or without somebody there, which will only make someone being there with you 100 times better. Well, yeah, giving your body to someone that has no value for you is just wrong. Like I've grief counseled a lot of people who thought that giving sex would give them the respect and the value that they wanted to have from somebody, but it didn't. Because they constantly allowed the other person to treat them like crap, or, you know, allowed them to show up in a way that didn't please them, you know, and that, you know, not correcting someone on the errors of their ways when you're having a connection, a friendship, a relationship, a partnership, a family ship, whatever, can really, really put things on pause for you and the things that you want to create with them. I can't call it nothing. I know nothing. I will. I'm going to get my beauty rest. In fact, we should all go to bed. It's really late here. Good night, private name. I hope you're able to sleep, sweetheart. Get some rest. Maybe put on some broccoli animations and just Google it. It's on YouTube. It's got pretty good stories. And just listen to it as you fall asleep, like as if someone's telling you a story, like a bedtime story. It might help. All right. Good night, Rob. Good night, private name. Good night, Molly. Good night, Joy. Thank you so much for your donations tonight. It was very kind and generous of you. Thank you, Rob, so much for giving me some food money. I really appreciate that. That's very kind-hearted of you. That was fucking awesome. High five. I'm going to go cry about it. But I don't do cry. I don't do cry on YouTube, so thank you so much. And, you know, there's a lot of wonderful people here for you to get to know, become friends with. So have fun getting to know them. You know, and I know there's several people here, too, who are looking for happy, harmonious relationships. No, all tears of joy. So who knows what you'll find or what you'll meet, or, you know. Many people have come here and found true love, believe it or not. Found their soulmates, found joy, found happiness, and their friendships even. So wish you luck. I'm glad you feel better. Joy, I hope you feel better. Private name, get some rest. Thank you for reminding me to get my beauty sleep. I'm going to go do that now. It'll be kind of nice because there's no Wi-Fi on right now, and I love to sleep without the Wi-Fi on. All right, be good to yourself with your thoughts. That's the first most important thing about a strict mental diet. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Kalanikta. Take care of yourselves too. Yes, keep an open mind. Keep writing down those limiting beliefs and circumstances when you catch them, okay? I've caught several tonight of yours, Rob. And you too, Joy. But you know what? I have them too. So I'm not perfect either. You know, I'm working on that strict mental diet every day too. All right, sweethearts. Feed the good wolf inside, the werewolf, not the werewolf that's furry on the inside, okay? Sweet dreams when you get there.